I want to hear your opinion on how much genetics do you think plays a factor in bodybuilding? I want to hear your opinion on natural bodybuilding limitation. 여러분 안녕하십니까? 헬창TV 션입니다. 오늘은 레전더리 버거들 리프리스트 형님과 한번 컨텐츠를 촬영하도록 하겠습니다. Thank you so much for appearing on my channel. Bodybuilding legend.
Legend just means I'm old, doesn't it?
No. So, most of Korean fans know a lot about you. Would you kindly introduce yourself to our subscribers?
Well, my name is Liprist, and I got into bodybuilding when I was 13 years old. I never got into it to be a bodybuilder or be professional. I got into it because I wanted to look like the He-Man cartoon. So I just started training. Because I've got good genetics, I started developing young. So at the age of 13, the guys at the gym said I should compete. So I went and did 3 contests, and I won them all when I was 13. And then at 14, I kept competing. I won my first Mr. Australia when I was 17.
17.
I got second in the universe. But then normally when you win your national title, you can turn professional. But they said I was too young. So I won the title again when I was 18 and 19. Still said I was too young. So I went to America to do the Niagara Falls amateur show. But when I was over there, Jim Mannion saw me and he said, what have I done? I told him I won the national title 3 times. So he contacted the IFBB back here and they finally gave me my pro card. So
you're one of the most genetically gifted person in this industry. How have you been recently?
You know, like 5 years ago, a woman crashed into me and messed my neck up. I had to get 2 neck operations because it crushed all the nerves. So I got a little bit of muscle atrophy in this arm and chest. So after the last operation, that was 2 years ago, it's slowly coming back. But then like a month ago, just walking my dogs, the guy had his dog off the lead, they came from my dogs. I got like 2 big American staffies. One of them's 50 kilos, the other 60 kilos, so it's like 230 pounds a dog on one arm. And they went like that really fast. It sort of tore my pec and arm. Apart from that, I was doing boxing for a while as well, just for cardio, and that I really enjoyed it. But since this injury, I can't really do that. So I just sort of let's try to stay active.
Do you know that you're really famous in Korea? You have a huge following in Korea.
I need to come back to Korea. My last trip was before the universe in 2013. I did a big seminar there and did some guest posing. So, any promoters? I want to come back.
And you're the original giant killer.
When I was competing, there was such I think bigger names. You know, I was competing against Dorian and Chris Cormier and Paul Gillette and NASA and all these people. So so it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. The thing was too, I never worried about placings. You know, I won like 5 pro shows. Got top 6 at the Olympia 4 times, and back in those days, that's pretty good when you're a shorter bodybuilder to get top 6. To me, competing I really had to do for the sponsors, but I enjoyed going to contests to meet the fans, the expos to meet the fans. So I haven't done an IFBB show since 06.
Yeah.
But I've still got a good fan following, just because I think I always just kept it real. I was always myself. I never pretended to be anything I'm not.
That's why you have a lot of Korean fans as well. They love your way to speak, direct speech. There's no metaphor, just you go straight away.
Every video you watch is probably beep, beep, beep.
I saw the interview you at the Complex long ago. You spoke real frank and honestly about the PDUs when you were in your 19.
Yeah.
And before that, looking at your picture, to be honest, you looking way much better than me now. I want to hear your opinion on how much genetics do you think plays a factor in bodybuilding?
Well, it's a big factor. Most of the guys who are top bodybuilders, like the Flex Wheelers, the Ronnie Coleman's, or myself, or that, you're talking about probably the top 1% in genetics.
Yeah.
But there are guys who probably don't have the best genetics, but they train hard and can, get a good physique. But it's like any sport. It's like, say you take running, sprinting. If we went around the world, there's probably thousands and thousands of people that can run fast.
Yeah.
But to be like a Usain Bolt or a Carl Lewis, you're talking about that top 1%. You see guys in the gym, both train the same, eat the same, but yet in 2 months' time, he could be building muscle. You're like, are you on gear? It's just their genetics, like their body's made for that. So, I always tell people, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. Like, young kids will say to me, Lee, I want to be a pro bodybuilder, I want to be Mr. Olympia. I'm like, slow down. I said, look, just go to the gym and train. Eat properly, get your rest. I said, if you have the genetics for it and you're doing everything right, I said, it will happen. You'll just suddenly start growing, you'll start competing, you'll enjoy it, and you'll keep going further. So it's just one of those things. If you do it long enough, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So
many people mention that limitation of natural bodybuilding is one common when he competed in the pro show. For example, Ronnie said that he competed at the pro show within his natural, and then he started using some gears.
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on natural bodybuilding limitation.
I used gear when I was towards the end of my 19th year, but up until then I was natural. I still built physique. I have great genetics, and so do all these other pros.
Yeah.
Sadly now, young kids want to take drugs straight away. And that's the thing, if you're young in your teenage years or early 20s, I always say, you want to do at least 5 to 7 years of foundation work first before you touch drugs. But yeah, because I think bodybuilding is a visual sport. So I think we use it the most, but other sports use it more than us.
Back in your days, there's all giants.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's another giant killer who stands on the Olympia stage, like Paddy, Derek,
Sean.
I'm curious that how would you think you would place if you compete against nowadays giant killer?
I would have beat him.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because, you know, some judges like me, but then because I was always outspoken or talking about the politics, I was always getting suspended or fined. So sometimes my mouth kept me back something. Like if I see athletes being treated bad or not getting enough money, I always spoke up about it.
That's right.
And speaking up about it, well,
I
got in trouble a lot, but I'm like, oh well, who cares?
I saw the video of the press conference.
Oh yeah.
That was good. Everyone is clapping. Many bodybuilding fans are always talking about the 90s better than now.
Yeah. Now you can make money if you're a nobody on Instagram or a YouTube channel. There's lots of influencers who have never competed, but they're probably making more money than the guys competing. Whereas back then, you had to look good to get a contract with the supplement with Weeder or Muscle Tech or whoever. Now, a lot of these guys only compete once a year.
Right.
When I was competing, we competed 3 to 4 times a year. The most I did was 11 shows one year. And Milos used to do a lot of shows. So yeah, they train hard, but they're lazy.
I remember the competition you had in Korea with the Korean legend bodybuilder Kim Jun-ho.
What's his name? Is it Lee something? He's got Lee. Yeah. He looks good. Really, like I said, he's got beautiful shape. He's got nice muscle. Only 300 milligrams a week, just like a TR2 level.